A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So, y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, you know, with that, a lot of stress, he was drinking a lot of caffeine, and turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over, and I tried it out for the first day. And this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side. And I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up and then we're going to try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11. So we'll see. Whoo, whoo. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, you know, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all, please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, butternup. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm trying to work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa, too bad was you know they roll.
Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? What's good?
It's good. Hello, hello, hello.
You good? You straight?
So what?
I say you good over there? You straight?
Yeah, I'm good. Almost forgot.
How you talking about the time situation?
Yes, yes. I spoke to my sister and she pretty much said, well, she's at first she said anytime would have been okay, but yeah, she was like, basically she'll catch us on the next one.
Can't hang. It's all good. Yeah, this a young man's game, so I understand. What are you talking about? Hold on. Which wait. Which oh
Yeah.
oh dang. My bad. I just caught wind of it. I did not pay that any attention.
Uh-oh.
Not on the so we're not on the Truth Podcast, we're on Katie's Empire right now. My bad, y'all. Listen, man. Listen. I've been cleaning up, listening to audio books, so you will a little bit all over the place. Well, hey, you know what I mean? Y'all just got to get it on here, I guess. I did not even realize that. That's so crazy. It's all good. Anyway, how has your week been going? How has things been going? Because it's been a minute since we done been on here.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Things been going pretty good. Um, feels like as far as well, working out, going, eating pretty healthy been going pretty good. Seem to be more relaxed. Digging into different ventures and what else? Glad that we got a holiday coming up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't even pay that thing no attention. Like
Oh
Memorial,
yeah.
like what?
Huh?
Got all about that, man. Got all about that. Though. I ain't gonna even cap, man. But yeah. So we gonna go ahead and jump in this thing for the day. I
Well,
mean,
what about
y'all,
you?
same old, man. Just
Okay.
what that dude say? Working hard or hardly working.
You gotta add the
But now, one of the highlights I will say is I got the opportunity to read David Goggins' book, and when I tell you that book is heavy, but it's phenomenal. I think that man, it's a lot of life lessons in the inside of that book, and I can easily see how people can read that book and it can maybe, well, some people I can see how some people read that book and it can impact their life and possibly change their.
Mhm.
It is a very, very powerful book, but I would not recommend it to everybody, man. Because again, that thing is heavy. To listen to everything that he done been through,
Mhm.
man. Yeah, that was a tough what 6 or 7 hours, tough 6 or 7 hours. But yeah, I enjoyed listening to it though. Definitely enjoyed listening to it. And I also finished the Alchemist as well. That was another great book.
Oh.
Yeah. On to the next. I gotta reread but finish reading the Richest Man in Babylon. That's what's next. 'Cause I started on that book like 2 or 3 times, but never got a chance to finish it. But anywho, let's go ahead and jump into these little quick topics, man. So I seen something the other day, and I thought that this was hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people been tripping about them prices for seats on these airlines.
Standing on it. Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, you can stand straight up the entire flight. So if it's an 8 hour flight, hey, a 2-3 hour flight, hey, just stand up, man. I ain't
Hmm.
really, hey, options ain't nothing wrong with options. What about you? Would you ever consider standing up for a cheaper price
I
on a
mean, what the people say, they're willing to try not everything once or reasonable things within reason once.
yeah. We'll try almost anything once.
I'm not too sure about this though.
Standing straight up, man. I was looking at this. I was like, bro, are they serious? But I can
But I
see it. Saving space. You're saving space.
mean, yeah. And I mean, you probably, on an average, well, I think most people probably stand up if it's a short flight. I can't really see the comment there, but if it's a short flight, people probably stand up longer than that anyway. And once they reach their designated altitude and there's no turbulence, you can get up and move around on a I guess, non-standing plane. So, I
My
mean,
flight to Europe at not cost more than $50.
what is that?
My flight to Europe at not cost more than
What if
$50.
it?
And the other lady said, just let me lay on the floor for $20. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bad at it. Shoot. Ain't people crazy, man. I don't think that's a bad option though, man. I'm huge on giving people options. You know what I'm saying? If it's a short flight, you got about 30 minutes or an hour, I can see how this wouldn't be a problem. Listen, I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. And as long as you get me
Mm,
there safe, I mean, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I can definitely see Spirit. I ain't trying to throw no shade. I ain't trying to throw no shade at Spirit, but I can see how they can definitely do something like that, man. People always
Mm,
try to do something on a budget. There you go.
y'all better leave Spirit alone.
I've been seeing a lot of these photos that have been popping up, man. First it was these kids going to prom. And I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
you, man, a lot of these parents have been showing they tail, literally showing they tail. Now it was another story. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna show that. I'm gonna show this one. But the mothers been, man, they've been good. I might. You did send me something earlier about a mom taking family photos.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of want to share that one too. But man, they
You don't
not
want to get flagged.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to take no chance. But I don't understand, man. Why in the world would you do or continue to do stuff like this to your children? You know what I mean? Like doing stuff for attention. Like we know what it is. Like you could have easily put on something a little bit more respectful, man.
Yeah.
These people
Yeah.
they getting out of here.
Yeah. I
I
seen the
think
camp. I don't know if that was right there in the caption or whatever, but she was also pretty much saying just because I'm a little bit curvier is a problem, but like there's other women out there practically want the same thing and no one's coming at their necks. But yeah,
they
she could have.
did something
She
with her
trying to,
life.
huh?
I said, yeah, she could have did something else with her life because this ain't it.
These
This this ain't. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in the news, man, and we're gonna try to get through it. One of the main things was this Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion. Have you got an opportunity to see like this I want to say, I don't know if she was like, if she's on Congress or who that lady is that's been coming out here. I forgot what is her name. But the case is basically came back up. Have you got a chance to see that?
Oh, so it's the old situation between them two?
Yeah, because Tory they sentenced him to 10 years.
I been had heard that she fabricated the story,
Yeah.
but like as far as like it resurfacing, um, I don't know. I'm gonna just say no.
Okay. It's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up to speed real quick. Let me get this mess off of no this mess out of here, man. These people showing out. There it is. This is the young lady. And I know we kind of criticized Amber Rose on one of the last videos, but
Mhm.
Amber Rose is actually one of the reasons why this was kind of brought to this young lady's attention. And I'm just gonna let her cook.
Okay.
Where the hell is the volume at on this now? My bad.
My understanding is you're around some kind of the Foreign Relations Committee, and you're from Florida. Why did you take such an interest in this case?
Specifically, how I got involved in this case is I actually am friends with Amber Rose, and she had flagged it for me. And when I actually spoke to the attorneys that are representing Mr. Lanes, they actually presented me with evidence. When I saw the evidence that was brought forward, we're talking about no forensics DNA on the magazine of the pistol, a 0.01 DNA match, which effectively means that he could not have been the shooter, to include there being ring footage that really refutes and dispels the testimony that he had basically said and then fired the firearm. In addition to that, they're also being missing ballistics fragments from the alleged, shot in the foot, as well as medical X-rays. All of this does indeed show.
So again, what she's saying is, now it was said that Meg was shot in the foot, right? Allegedly by somebody, right?
Mhm.
Now those fragments came up missing somehow, right?
Okay.
The weapon that was used, they showed pictures of it in the courtroom. They never actually brought the weapon up there.
Oh.
Now, normally when a gun is fired, there's gonna be some type of DNA on that gun from the person that was doing the shooting, right?
Mhm. That's correct.
So, the DNA that was found on that gun, which they were trying to link to Tory Lanez, was 0.001%, something like that. So basically, anybody, you, me, I know we weren't there. I just want to make sure we clarify that we weren't there.
Yes. Yes.
Any black person on this earth could have been linked to that with point whatever 0.01%. It wasn't 1.2. No, it was 0 point something percent. So that's how they linked Tory Lanez to this case. I'm gonna let her continue, but this is basically what she's saying right now.
And prove that Mr. Lanes, unfortunately, is being incarcerated and he's an innocent man.
Is this the new evidence that you had tweeted about? This ring video, you said there's a ring video that will refute.
It was actually brought to my knowledge by the attorneys, and we actually had posted that on one of our X platforms, that there's allegedly ring video footage that refutes the statements and I would say hearsay comments in court testimony.
Have you seen it, and is it going to be released?
I'm actually actively pushing for the release of that. And there's also an affidavit that the attorneys have actually shown me already that actually came from, we will be presenting that and posting that publicly for everyone to see in the coming days.
If I was the appellate lawyer or the lawyer trying to secure a pardon for him or a new trial, and I had a video showing somebody else shot him, I would shot her. I would send that out immediately to the media to create this kind of fire.
Now, of course, TMZ gonna say that. I just want to put that out there. Hey, let me tell you something. If I was those people, I would give that video directly to TMZ and let them put that out there first. You know what I'm saying?
To
Then you would get
release
the
it.
governor's attention.
Why
You wouldn't have to wait.
wouldn't they immediately release a video if it shows? I mean, because that's the smoking gun, literally.
I,
Right.
I don't know. Again, as I stated, I haven't seen the footage yet. But what I will say is that all of the information that's been brought forward and flagged to us is also going to be presented if it hasn't already been sent to the governor's office. And I would also say that it's incredibly important for people to realize that the body cam footage, which I'm sure you guys are aware of, has also reported, and the initial medical responding doctor at the ER with Miss Stallion actually reported lacerations, and also to the bullet fragments are missing.
Now, initially, she said that she stepped on glass. That's what she told. Yeah, that's what was said. You know, she was basically, she was stepping on glass. And I even heard after all of this stuff happened and the police pulled up or whatever, she got back into the car. My question is, if somebody just shot you in the foot, right? Why in the world wouldn't you go towards the police? Why would you get back in the car? I
With
don't.
that person.
Yeah, the person that just shot you, would you not go toward the police? The people that's
Yeah.
supposed to protect and serve? What I don't know.
Meaning that they don't have evidence. When you have very wealthy people involved, that he said, she said, evidence goes missing. I mean, this is all something to me that indicates where there's smoke, there's fire, and this screams cover up. And so what I would say is that people need to be very careful about this, because if this can happen to someone like Tori, it can happen to you guys.
My understanding is you're around some kind of the Foreign Relations Committee.
And wait, the difference between a Tory Lanez and somebody like us regular folk, we ain't got the money to be able to, to fight this case. And she was basically saying that, it seems like, or it smells like some type of cover up. See, a lot of this information and stuff, I don't think was either presented. I know that ring footage and stuff wasn't presented. And it was, the only person that they did not test was the person Kelly. I forgot what the woman's name. I think it's like Kelly or something like that. Now, they're saying that Kelly was the one that fired the shots, allegedly.
Oh. Hmm.
Why in the world wouldn't you test her? The people that were there the night of the shooting, it wasn't like it was 30 damn people, right? It was only a few people. Why in the world wouldn't you test everybody that was in the car that night? Why in the world would you just? I don't know, man. It's
And you're from Florida. Why did you take such an interest in this case?
Specifically, how I got involved in this case is I actually am friends with Amber Rose, and she had flagged it for me. And when I actually spoke to the attorneys that are representing Mr. Lanez, they actually presented me with evidence. When I saw the evidence that was brought forward, we're talking about no forensics DNA on the magazine of the pistol, a 0.01 DNA match, which effectively means that he could not have been the shooter, to include there being ring footage that really refutes and dispels the testimony that he had basically said dance and then fired the firearm. In addition to that, they're also being missing ballistics fragments from the alleged shot in the foot, as well as medical x-rays.
So she's not gonna say it, but it was supposed to it was supposed to go something like this. Somebody had the gun. Now, mind you, she's walking away. Allegedly, Meg Thee Stallion is walking away, and she hears, I think maybe 3 shots were fired, and then she hear dance, be dance, or something like that. And then, 2 more shots. 5 shots were fired, all together, whatever, according to the ring footage from what I heard. And again, that's what she didn't say, but that's pretty much what Meg Thee Stallion was saying. That's what Tori said.
All of this does indeed show and prove that Mr. Lanez, unfortunately, is being incarcerated and he's an innocent man.
Is this the new evidence that you had tweeted about? This Ring video, you said there's a Ring video that will
Yep,
refute.
it was actually brought to my knowledge by the attorneys, and we actually had posted that on one of our X platforms that there's allegedly Ring video footage that refutes the statements and I would say hearsay comments in court testimony.
Have you seen it, and is it going to be released?
I'm actually actively pushing for the release.
All right, so that did it. I want to say did it go back through already? But it seemed like
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your thoughts, just based on what you have heard from this young lady? Shout out again,
Well,
shout out to her, man, and Amber Rose.
mm,
Even though I give Amber Rose a hard time or whatever.
well, I would say that, I mean, obviously it's just not adding up. Like, what would be going on behind forensics and in that courtroom that y'all not doing y'all due diligence to interrogate? Nah, I guess not interrogate, but question everybody that was there. I don't really recall like the whole situation myself, but I just do know that I have heard that Meg fabricated that he actually did shoot her. So why was they pressed on putting it all on him anyway? There's just a lot of questions that's going through my mind um, from listening to this and just from a little bit of information that I know from like previous discussion about the situation.
Yeah, I'm looking down in these comments, man. TikTok is an unreal place. TikTok is crazy. Like, it just amazes me how people, like, they're not willing to listen to both sides of the story. Like, they hear one side of the story, they just automatically believe this person instead of keeping an open mind. Like, I see that far too often on TikTok. That's one of the reasons why I don't really, outside of grabbing some clips and stuff here and there. Man, most of the people on TikTok are cooked, bro. It's crazy. They don't. I don't know. They definitely they play by a different set of rules. Talking about, baby, how much did they pay this lady? Like, how in the world do they think? Because I want to say that she had like a huge following on social media before she got into the seat that she's in now with all these politics or whatever. So this has honestly been something that she's probably been doing for the longest, man. Doing her research or whatever, and using her likeness or whatever to draw attention to things that people need to draw attention to. Because if there are holes in a case and you possibly have somebody that's locked up that shouldn't be locked up, then I mean, shouldn't that person not get a fair trial? I mean, first of all, they shouldn't be locked up in the first place, but if it's holes in people's stories, because Megan have literally been on live TV saying that she lied about, I think Gail had asked her, did she have a intimate relationship with Tory Lanez? And she flat out said no. Mind you, I don't know if it was a documentary or whatever it was, on it in front of the camera, said that she lied about that, man. I lied. I was like, bro, you're a demon. You are a demon, man. Like, that's crazy. My thing is, if you can lie about that, then what else have you lied about? Let me see if I can bring up that. Whoa. Uh-oh. My bad, y'all. I think we lost her. There you go.
I'm back.
You good? What happened?
Press the wrong button.
Oh, good, you good. But did you hear what I was saying about I know you
Um,
did you hear it?
a little bit about pretty much saying that Meg pretty much has confessed on TikTok or live TV
No,
and
live
stuff like that,
TV. Yeah, live TV. She is live cameras in
and
face, not a
confessed that she lied about having a relationship or being involved with Mr. Tory Lanez. So if she can do that just off of whim, just for no reason, I guess. I mean, she might have a reason. Oh,
And
that's it right there.
my bad. Yeah. I was just trying to make it big. Go ahead, you could.
Oh,
yes, I
Oh,
lied.
they won't even let okay, so if I make it big, it's gonna start. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish your
okay. I I mean, you got the floor if you want to go ahead and play it.
It said Meg lied to Gayle King on the Gayle King interview. She lied in a courtroom. She lied on her live. She lied on her dead mama. No, that's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, man. And then, let me tell you something. That's why I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Tears don't move me. I don't believe that mess, man. I done seen too much growing up. You know what I mean? I grew up around a lot of women. I grew up in a different type of environment, and I study people. I just be sitting, even when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I think the initial, like, oh, dang, yo, she crying. That's crazy. Dude leaves out the what's the name? She get on the phone, start laughing. What the heck is going on? Man, listen, yo, this is crazy work, boy. They could do that on a whim like that. Okay, okay, cool. I got you. I got you. Hey,
hold on.
that's crazy though. Hold on, let me make this big. Nah, don't, boy. You see what I'm talking about? Look at it. I made it big. Now, that's acting right.
To Gayle King. I probably know that you're gonna ask me about this. I just want to talk about the shooting. Why'd you ask me about the story? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice on a drunk night, kept catching me out of my mind.
You have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory. Yes.
I feel like he hurt her,
Come on, man.
or you know.
Nope, we ain't gonna do this. Nope, it don't. No, no, ma'am. Nope, we gonna hold her accountable. 1,000%. This woman just sit up here and lied on national TV, lied to this woman's face. Not only did she say, "Yeah, no," she repeat, "Look, I did not." Come on, man. No,
Well, I
no.
wasn't saying it to defend her. I
Yeah,
was saying it probably in a way as I feel like most men, or men that's into with who they are, they can smell the BS. And he probably, did what he did, but was like, nah, this is only a part-time thing. And she felt like it probably was gonna be more. And that's why I say maybe he hurt her feelings because she might, I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah, so let me. Don't worry. I'm gonna help y'all. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna guide you through this thing. Don't worry. I got the light. I got the torch. We're gonna get through this thing together. So, little history on Meg. Now, it's been a lot of things that have been thrown out about Meg and her sexual history with
Okay.
men, allegedly, and women.
Oh,
About how
okay.
she gets down with the get down. I done heard about a few different artists, rappers that she done work with. I done heard different things about Moneybagg Yo. I done heard things about, of course, about Tory Lanez, the baby. Like, I even heard something about Drake. But listen, we don't know. Again, all this is speculation. I don't know how true it is. But it was also a guy. I don't know if it was like a makeup artist or something like that. Again, all this is alleged. I don't know. I don't know this young lady personally. It's been, stories that just been floating out there. But her getting busy with somebody in her car while her makeup artist or whoever the guy was, just out of blue, out of nowhere, just don't care. Like, just throwing that thing. I mean, like if you listen to this young lady's lyrics, right? You listen to her lyrics. I'm telling you, it's always some truth in there. People are not just throwing this type of stuff out there and not living this type of life. Like, I don't know if it was her personal trainer or whatever, whoever the guy she was with, but they say that she was getting buzzed down by other dudes while she was in a relationship, allegedly. This ain't no sweet girl that, you know what I mean. They go to church every Sunday or anything like. No, it's been said that she has a history, and also knowing and understand in the music industry how things go. That's the fast life, and you can't tell me ain't no have anybody or would anybody honestly take a rapper serious that's been rapping about bees and hoes and sleeping with different. Come on, man. No, we ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna
They shaking hard as I don't know what over there.
we ain't gonna do this.
I lied to Gail King. I know they even asked me about that. Just want to talk about the shooting. Why'd you ask me about Tory?
Now this is on her documentary, I believe. I think this is like a documentary or something. Like you, boy.
That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice.
She say she effed him once, maybe twice. So now you telling me you don't even know how many times you done slept with that man?
On drunk night, kept catching me out of my mind.
You have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah.
Looking that woman in her eyes. Now, mind you, she just, well, ain't no tears, but just got done, quote unquote, crying. Right?
Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship
Looking that woman in her eyes.
with Tory.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. It's a cold world we living in. It's a cold world, man. That's crazy. So if she sat here and admitted that she lied to Gail during that interview, lied to that woman's face, what else is she lying about, man? Can somebody like that be trusted? No, absolutely not, man. They need to go back. They need to go ahead and let that man out. It's been a petition that's being signed right now. I want to say they got like over 260 something thousand signatures or 240,000 signatures to pardon him. Like let that man go. I think this is the sad part, man. You know, 'cause I don't believe that stuff, that crap. Believe all women, absolutely not. Because you got so many people out here that just because they're hurt, just because somebody hurt your feelings, said something to you, or you felt like somebody did you wrong or whatever, not taking any accountability, it's okay to lock somebody up. And people even go as far as like they ready to burn everything. They want to see the doggone entire world burn down because they feel like somebody done hurt their feelings. Nah, man, that's an issue, dog. That's an issue. And I'm gonna keep it band, which I think that people, individuals like this, that do stuff like this, knowing that they lying to get somebody locked up, I think those people that they got locked up should be set free. They should get some type of doggone compensation for that. And the person that was lying need to take their doggone place. You go ahead and serve the rest of that sentence. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. You got anything else you want to add about this Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez case before we go to the next little situation?
No, I mean, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. That's all. That it is an accountability thing, and that's a cold like you said, it's a cold word, but it's a cold person that can sit up there and lounge down a lot of people and be that devious to allow for someone to, you know, go to jail, or even, in some cases even worse than that. because
Yeah.
yeah, because your feelings is hurt. So woman up.
That stuff ain't right, man. That stuff, man. I'm telling you, it pisses me off so much. For real. You know what I mean? Because jail is supposed to be for people that's done did bad things, not for innocent people. You know what I mean? And the fact that the justice system didn't work or isn't working the way that it should work, you know what I mean? Like people ain't doing their doggone jobs, or they are intentionally like overlooking and not doing the things that they should be doing. Which again, they should have tested everybody, tested all DNA just to make sure before we lock this person up for a year, 30 days. I don't give a damn what it is. Take somebody's freedom away for however long. Like the least you can do is is test everybody. That's crazy. Freaking insane, bro. All right, so I'm gonna bring up this next clip. This is about stepdads. All right, this is about step crash dummies. Now, let me stop. No, no offense to those goofs out there. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, there we go.
That women wouldn't want.
Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, y'all forgive them chicks that's for the streets.
That women wouldn't want if they didn't have kids.
For sure, they're settling.
It's because they're trying to get a man to replace what they don't have. Their baby daddy leave. They're like, damn, like I'll be lucky to get whatever I can get. Let me go back to this one. He wanted me. Let me go back to that one. He wanted me.
I know he's a good guy.
And I know he's a good guy.
Yep.
I done had 2 kids with this bum who not taking care of him. So let me see if he want me again. And you know, there's a lot of men that fall for that. And that's the thing. Why would you want to take care of another man's child?
I agree.
Like that's what you're selling for as a man.
Woo! I mean,
they'll call you pick me on this.
I don't care. Stepdads are men that women wouldn't want if they didn't have kids.
For sure, they're settling.
It's because
What's your thoughts here on that for the step crash, all the step crash dummies out there?
I'm glad that you let it loop because I didn't hear what she had said in the beginning. And it it's a fair point. It's definitely a sound point because I definitely can see what she was saying about like basically the women is spinning the block basically like, okay, well, I didn't want him when I didn't have any kids and I thought I was hot-ish, this and that and the third, but now I'm someone's child's mom and the dad don't want to be with me. Let me go back and see if this other dude wants to take care of this baggage plus other baggage. And it's kind of a gut. I feel like it's also kind of a gut check for those men too. And at the same time, it's like if you I'm gonna say it like I'm gonna say it. If you value yourself, you would stray away from women that
What is that?
normally pick poorly.
She being nice, y'all. She's so sweet.
Oh man. Cause at first, like I would always question like why would you call them step crash dummies? And like why was it always like frowned upon in, our conversations or even some of these types of conversations of being a stepfather. And at first I was like, well, I thought it was admirable for a guy to step into place when another guy either was pushed out or stepped out of the way. But it's like, as you take in more content, as you see where some of these women's heads are at, morals are at, and things of that nature. Like see the downfall. That's what I'm gonna say. Downfall in some of these women. Like you see the brokenness in some of these women. You see the immorals in some of these women. So you see the bad decision in some of these women. You just see like it's not worth them, men stepping into that, basically that stepfather role with some of these women. Now I'm not saying that all of them, but I'm sure it's a good.
All of them. No.
But yeah, you see, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, like you definitely see how on social media how these women be talking to these men, basically in general, to these men, and they pretty much just value the money. They don't value their character. They don't value who they are, like spiritually, religious, or even politically. They just see a potential check, hopefully. And even still, they probably still, let's say they do get with the stepdad and stuff, they still probably don't respect him because because the stepdad chose to step in. So
I think that's so this is the reality, right? And that's pretty much what it boils down to. Most of these women, I'm gonna say probably 99.99999% are not going to respect it because, fam, you have so many other options out there that you should be moving towards instead of setting yourself up. Like if you got a child by another guy, go back to your damn baby daddy. All right. Don't be looking for no other man, especially a guy that don't have any children, to be coming in there and stepping into that situation because it's only a downside for those guys. He got to put up with the fact that that guy is potentially going to be a part of your life for the rest of your life. Y'all gonna have to contact, communicate, or whatever. You waking up every day knowing that little child down the hallway didn't even come from you, and you have so many children out there that are already disrespectful. So now you got to worry about, again, a kid that's not yours, potentially a kid that's being disrespectful, a father that potentially can't come back in the picture at any time because at one time, they were together. I'm not gonna get rated R with this thing. They were together at some point in time, and you never know when old boy is gonna come back into the picture. Because let's be honest, in a lot of different cases, that was her first choice. It's just a lot, man. Fellas, y'all gotta stop setting y'allself up, man. Because these same women that get on these doggone platforms and they literally dog. I'm talking about be dogging these dudes. No respect. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta stop doing it to y'allself, man. I even seen a woman that was married. She was a wife, and the host asked him, uh, like, what are your thoughts about your husband? And she basically just came out, not even basically, she came out and said that, he's a beta, he's a simp. Um, I got with him because, I already knew that I could pretty much do what I want to do, get away with what I want to get away with this guy. He a sucker. And she said that in front of the camera. And this is not one of the first incidents. That was probably like maybe the second or the third time that I've heard that. Maybe not from somebody that was a wife, but was in a relationship with the guy like that. It is no upside to being a step crash dummy. I ain't gonna say a stepfather. Step crash dummy. There is no upside. I have not heard anybody tell me no. There is no upside to that. If you know, please let me know. Fill me in. I don't think there is no upside to being a step crash dummy.
Kept saying crash dummy.
And I think more men are honestly they're not signing up for it anymore. I think that for a while, I think a lot of guys were shamed into that stuff, but not anymore. These dudes these days, man, they not bending, they not breaking. They just like, yo, yeah, I'm good on that, fam. I honestly I see the uprise of guys finally starting to change, man. Not allowing anybody to push them into submission when it comes to people out there trying to tell you what a real man is and what a real man does. And these people ain't even men. I'm just saying. Y'all learning, slowly but surely. All right, let me stop sharing the screen. So I wanted to also get into. It's been a lot of stuff that's been going on lately, man. You had that. You got the other situation with Papoose and Remy Ma. Have you seen anything about that lately?
No, definitely have not heard anything about Remy Ma lately.
So Remy Ma and Papoose have been going back at it. Clarissa Shields. I'm just gonna give what my thoughts first. I think that Remy Ma is in her feelings because she allegedly done stepped out, and the guy that she stepped out with ain't half the man that Papoose is, and she is literally in these streets crashing the freak out like I never thought I would see her act this way ever. I was just like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like that's Remy Ma. Like she doing it like that. But my thing is, ma'am, you made your bed. Like you got to lay in that mother lover. My bad. I almost got beside myself just now. You got to lay in it, man. You got to lay in it, my boy. Wait, where is? All right, let me pull it up real quick. So the very first clip that I'm gonna pull up because I wanna let Remy Ma go first. Ladies first. But I'm surprised you haven't heard about that though. Remy Ma and Papoose. You do know that Papoose is no longer like with her. He's dealing with Clarissa Shields now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember off of memory that they was, going not really back and forth, but back and forth a little bit ago. And he was supposed to be with Clarissa Shield, the boxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she, Remy Ma was, I don't know if she was with anybody or anything like that either, but I know that they was going through something and he was trying to basically move on, live his life while she was just still bickering. But I never really knew what the, I guess, final outcome of their relationship was.
Same kids that I helped raise and the same kids that I helped pay for.
You abandoned my child.
I abandoned your child.
For months, I'm sorry, for days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next
day. Look at them. Hurt. Emotional.
When I got knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school.
Knowing that you fucking two bitches at TuneCore. Let's keep that at. Knowing.
And instead I went to lane while your daughter was crying for you. Tears. Also.
She's sitting there watching that man's live, boy. Let me tell you something, man. You have certain people out there. that will do anything to try to stay in contact with you. And arguing is like the low hanging fruit, is like the quickest and easiest thing for them to feel like they connected to you. You got people out there will literally try to start an argument with you just to have a conversation. Telling you, man, I think that Papoose is honestly he falling for it because this ain't even his MO. You know Papoose is being a chill, laid back, cool one, man. And nobody wins in this situation because they do have children.
She want to talk about all of this money talk and all of this, what I don't got and what I got.
Safari at home. Safari, tell him to spin the camera around. Y'all hear how empty it is in there? He ain't even got no furniture.
I never said I roll around.
It was my husband, and this is why I allowed him to go. He's emotional. Look at him. I'm bipolar.
This is a person who's in front of you. I caught cheating with the land. So in the process, I was restrained.
Ask him. Can y'all ask him?
Okay, I was just wanting her just to go. Let me see if I can find this clip.
Oh, you play with police? You went to the police? I went to the police and filed a complaint about my missing jury that I have insurance on. What are you talking about? Or you could just give it to me and then that'll be the end of it.
Man.
Whoa, man.
Oh, you play with police? You went to the police? I went to the police and filed a complaint about my missing jury that I have insurance on. What are you talking about? Or you could just give it to me and then that'll be the end of that.
I would like it. Could you go pick up my jewelry from out of the pawn shop? Could you go pick it up? Why is my jewelry not in my jewelry box and it left out of here the last time you was here? And it's in a pawn shop in Long Island. Go get my stuff. I spoke to the man at the shop and he said I could actually come pick it up. Then I thought about it like, I'm not paying for my own jewelry to come back. That's crazy. Go get my jewelry out the pawn shop right fucking now. If I post the fucking pawn shop receipts. Yes, I fucking said it. Pawn poos. Fucking play with me. Oh, you play with police?
Man, again, I never thought that I would see the day where she would be on here crashing out the way that she is. Like this is crazy, man. Crazy. I'm gonna play a little quick clip from Papoose. Let me see. I thought I actually had the clip of her though, man. I don't know what the heck I did with that thing. There we go.
With this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. And with you, I tried to be intimate with her, and she came in the bed with me. She slipped out of it, and I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't adding up. You feel me? So I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I said, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this is a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side. I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along, I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blamed me. Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. Which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. So ever since I caught that, she resented me. She had a lot of animosity towards me because I knew the truth.
You gonna keep it gangster?
On another day.
All right. So you done kind of heard a little bit from both parts. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts. I was like, dang, ain't nobody staying together no more.
And this was supposed to be like the power couple. Like this was supposed to be like what a lot of people honestly considered as goals. You know, allegedly this was one of the guys that pretty much held her down while she was locked up. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know if he was completely faithful or whatnot. I don't know these damn people, but you know, when she got out, it seemed like they were good. You know, I don't know, man. This is crazy. But
And don't nobody discuss their problems in home, in house.
yeah, grown people do, not chaps. People with that childish mindset, absolutely not. Now we're gonna air all our ish out and think that this make us look good.
Cause not to say that I don't know if they will or they won't, but let's say, they do finally reconcile, even if it's like years down the line. You're gonna still have these types of videos and images about y'all pretty much cutting into the fabric of y'all relationship. And that may still put a damper on it in the future because it's bringing up old scenarios, old conflicts that might pick at the seams of the threads and stuff. So it's like once you put it out there, I mean, you can try, but it's out there.
What do they say? Once you say something, it can never be forgotten. It can possibly be forgiven, but it can never be forgotten. That's why you got to be careful. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when stuff get to this point, nah, ain't no coming back. When y'all start throwing, the Ed Hamid attacks and just being malicious and throwing them gut punches. After that, it's over with, dog. It's over with because again, you're doing this It's completely different from when you do stuff in private versus public.
Hmm.
And once they go on the internet, these things live forever. They loop forever. And that video that you put out is going to continue to run 10, 15 million doggone times from different creators speaking about it, talking about it, people analyzing, going back. That stuff is going to last for the next few months. And yeah, ain't no coming back. After you don't cross the line like this, there is no coming back. Once you go public with that thing, yep, you can hang it up. You can hang it up, my boy, for real. That's it. So hopefully, before you go to the front of the congregation, whatever it is you're going with, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you got it right. Again, ain't no going back, man. Ain't no going back, my friend.
Well,
And I think it's for the better, man. I think that stuff is for the better because once you realize that this person is willing to take it that far, then that let me know exactly where I need to put you at. Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and I'll take that to the chin. Yeah, okay, I respect it. All right, we got two more things that I want to talk about. The very first thing that I wanted to bring up was this Cassidy thing. All right, last one, people. Last. Yeah, we got to bring it up. We got to take that. Let me go ahead and get my little let me open my shirt up a little bit. Let's get it.
nah, matter of fact, if there's one more button that up.
Wait, let me go ahead and bring this up. Present, share screen, window. Did he? No. That's interesting. All right, y'all forgive me. I'm about to share my entire screen real quick. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, now. If we go online and it start bringing up my history, y'all don't judge me, okay? You got certain people that'll put stuff on your computer that you ain't got no control of, man. That's just how these Apple devices work. I'm learning.
Stand to deliver some explosive testimony. Here's what he said. Kid Cudi, real name Scott Muscudi, testified that in 2011, Diddy discovered Cudi was dating Cassie while they were on a break. Diddy then allegedly broke into Cudi's Los Angeles home. He unwrapped his family's Christmas gifts, locked his dog in the bathroom, and left the animal visibly distressed. Weeks later, Cudi said his Porsche was firebombed by a Molotov cocktail. He testified that later during a meeting at Soho House, Diddy denied he was involved, but years later finally offered an apology. We first heard about the car being blown up in Cassie's 2023 lawsuit, but today was the first time it's been confirmed, and the jury were shown pictures of the damage. Cudi also mentioned that Cassie had previously told him about Diddy's violent behavior, but said he never witnessed it himself. Overall, he said he really loved Cassie and felt that she played him because she went right back to Diddy. Cudi posted this after his testimony.
This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me. And yeah, I love y'all, man. Big love.
Court is off Friday and Monday for Memorial Day and will be returning on Tuesday. So check back here and on the Trial of Diddy podcast for all the latest updates.
And burglar.
Did that lady say Trial Diddy podcast? Wow.
I didn't pay attention to that last part. Yeah, so that was somebody basically reporting on that. I do want to bring up one more thing. Let me see. I probably should have just kept it up there real quick. But yeah, so that was the last day of the trial. Well, the most recent day of the trial. Kid Cudi basically went in there and gave a little spiel real quick. But I want to share this real quick. Window. Entire screen. My bad, y'all.
These jarring images of Cassie Ventura covered in bruises shown in court today. Her mother, Regina Ventura, testifying she took the pictures when her daughter was home for Christmas in 2011, quote, to make sure we memorialized the injuries. Regina Ventura also said her daughter's former boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, demanded $20,000 because Cassie started dating musician Kid Cudi. Ventura said she and her husband used their home equity line of credit to pay Combs. She said he returned the money a few days later. Ventura's testimony comes after her daughter took the stand for more than 20 hours, testifying that Combs subjected her to years of abuse and forced her to participate in drug-fueled sex parties known as freak-offs. Combs is charged with 5 counts, including sex trafficking and racketeering. He has denied all wrongdoing. Prosecutors have also shown the jury these pictures that they say show Combs' hotel room the night he was arrested, including bottles of baby oil and drugs. His former personal assistant, David James, today painting a picture of what it was like to work for the music mogul, testifying about an incident in 2008 when he went with Combs to try to confront rival record label founder Suge Knight. James said Combs had 3 guns on his lap, and while they never found Knight, James said he, quote, realized my life was in danger and ultimately quit.
Tomorrow, we expect a forensic psychologist to testify. And then after that, musician Kid Cudi, who says that Combs once blew up his car. Lester?
Chloe Malas, thank you.
All right, let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. All right. What are your thoughts about this little situation?
Man, there's a lot going on with that case. Cause it's like making my head hurt. And I thought I wanted to be an attorney when I but it's different types. Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot. And I wanted to say something about somebody's sexual orientation, but I ain't gonna do that. Um, oh, huh?
I said, yeah, they definitely giving a new definition to freak. I tell you one thing, I can promise you,
Mhm.
I ain't nowhere near them categories, dog. Don't classify me as no freak in any kind of way.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm a
That's
nun.
wild. I and I can see like how this case is I think I can see how this case is a tough case because just from one person, Cassie. Why was I my bad?
Yeah.
Being in a relationship with someone, you know, dealing with emotional and physical abuse and not really understanding her mindset through the XYZ amount of years. Um, and then, from what you were saying earlier about being in that industry, entertainment, rap industry, music industry, like it's I never really knew that it was like that. Like it's not a clean place. It's not a clean it can I feel like it can be, but at the same time, like you're not gonna be as I feel like you're not gonna be as big as, Puff and all them other folks if you're not getting your hands a little bit dirty.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a band with you, man. I think that good people are gonna always be good people. Good people are always gonna surround themselves around good people, and I don't think that good people are gonna stay around bad people. That's just my point of view. I think that if you're around certain type of people, you live and you thrive in those type of environments, I believe that chances are that you are the exact type of person that you're hanging around. It's like successful people, right? A unsuccessful person cannot be around a successful person for like an extended period of time. That it just doesn't work. Like eventually that person is they're gonna fall off at some point in time. It's almost like what is it? Bacteria or a fungus or whatever. They can't live in like clean environments. Like it's just how that's just how life works. When I look at, all these books that I've been reading, when I look at, life, because I study and I watch people, and it never fails. It's like if Cassidy, Cassie, if she was an angel, I don't think she would have been around Diddy. I don't think she would have stayed around Diddy for the amount of time that she stayed around. I think a lot of people love to use, age and try to make it seem like, she was young, she was in love, there were drugs involved. You're telling me at age 21 that you don't know right from wrong. You're telling me at age 21 that, you weren't aware of the type of person that guy was. When you're in that industry, you hear things. You hear things. It's not like a regular civilian. Like, it's certain conversations in certain rooms or whatever that those people are in, and you hear them doggone whisper, hey, you need to go, hey, tell me about such and such. Everybody knows about Puff. Everybody knows about his parties. And that's why most people, even years ago, like, listen, hey, around 11 o'clock, if you do go to, I don't encourage you to go to a Puff party, but around 11 o'clock, you need to get the hell up out of there. Because we've been hearing stuff about those parties, the Illuminati, and all the rest of those other things for decades. How them people get down in order for you to be able to cross a certain threshold, be in certain rooms, be around certain people. There are certain things that you're going to have to do if you want to get to that point or if you want to stay there. And you cannot tell me, I don't give a damn about the age. I don't want to hear ish about no doggone love, because none of that stuff. I don't listen. It don't faze me, man. I think a lot of people be lying, because if it was love, if you really were that much in love with the person, I don't think that you would have cheated on that person. I don't think that you would have stepped out, because it was said that she cheated. She stepped out on him, and then she got with Kid Cudi or whatever, and she cheated on Kid Cudi with because he said that she ended up going back to the mother lover. You know what I'm saying? After we were dealing with each other, and he said that he was in love with her. I don't think so. I think that those people were just lusting after those individuals. They heard that doggone song, and they thought that she was they probably thought that it was all that. It probably wasn't all it was cut out to be. And yeah, I don't believe that, man. I think that most of these individuals knew what it was before they got into it, and age, love, drugs, which they took willingly. Nobody forced that stuff down their throat. No, you made the conscious decision as a grown adult to go and deal with that man. You made the conscious decision to stay there. You made the conscious decision to take those drugs. Like, nah, man. No, I'm over giving passes to people. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir.
Okay. So then you probably already answered the question. So then after what you're saying and her stepping up, so what happened? Like, why pretty much then why is this a case? Why is this so blown up the way that it is?
Well, all started off really that it was blown up when they were basically saying that Cassidy ended up suing him or whatever for the stuff that she had, quote unquote, been through. That's when the what's the name had came out about him beating her up in the hotel and stuff like that. Like, that's when stuff kind of started. People started shaking the bag up a little bit or whatever. And then she took that. I don't know if it was a $30 million, what's the name, or $40 million, whatever. And then see what happens is you got that domino effect. The exact same thing that happened to what's his name, Bill Cosby and all the rest of those guys. When somebody see that you done settled out of court and you done gave somebody a couple of $1 million, now all of a sudden this person and that person then got sexually abused or whatever by you. And so I'm gonna try to see what I can get. And so now you're on the doggone government radar. Like, hey, bro, you say You said that those people that y'all were flying in for these freak offs and whatnot. You know, technically that's like that's some next level type of stuff. You know, that's federal. Y'all are literally going and flying in people. The P word. I don't know if that's something that I can use or not on this platform without being flagged. I'm trying to make sure I choose my words carefully. But yeah, that's a whole other ballpark, player. You flying people from here to there and all this other stuff. Like, we might need to go get this dude for real. But she took that doggone payout, and she still. Oh my bad. Hold on, we got another. Free Tory, yes sir, yes sir. I'm with you. I'm with you, my boy. She
So
definitely.
just to backtrack, so the lawsuit was after they broke up?
Yeah. This was. I mean, it's been a minute, but yeah, all this stuff just surfaced. You know what I mean? This was months, years after they had done broken off and whatnot, man. I can't remember him the last time him and Cassidy was dating, because you know he was with what is it, Young Miami or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was with that chick, and it was some speculation about people basically saying that she felt some type of way because Young Miami pretty much got everything that she wanted. Cassie allegedly wanted to be the one that Diddy, you know, took with him on all these different boat trips and shown her off, gave her a show, you know, and didn't have to, you know, necessarily participate in those freak offs or whatever, and treated her like that. So you're like, you know what? They were saying she was living with her mama. Like, hey, I need some bread. Shoot, I know you got it. Allegedly, this is all, you know, the speculation, but I thought that was interesting though. Because when you start looking at stuff and you start putting and adding stuff up, you're like, you know what? I mean, I can kind of see what they talking about over there, player. Just saying. But yeah, they you have like stuff like Rico, like you know, you don't play with Rico, man. Rico ain't nothing to play with. They come and get you. And they normally don't mess with you until they actually got something solid. Got to be more careful, man. Yeah, you got to be more careful, my boy. Let's see, can I? Let's see. Is this it? All right. So the last thing of the day we're gonna talk about is, before we get up out of here, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. So it was like a little flagrant foul. Allegedly, like a little flagrant foul or whatever.
What you saw on that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and show this clip real quick. I'm gonna have to share the entire screen. I apologize in advance. But it is what it is. We got to share that thing. There we go. All right.
From your perspective, what you saw on that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, got it right.
So we're gonna go back real quick. I'm gonna turn the volume down. All right, so we're gonna go back. This is what happened. So this is the clip that I seen. This is the clip that they continue to show. So you got Angel Reese, which is right here, and then you got Caitlin Clark. So these two were pretty much like the faces of college basketball a few years ago before going to the WNBA. You know, they were basically saying that she was number one, she was number two. Then they were saying she was number one, she was number two. Then you got the black-white dynamic, you know, things like that or whatever. And so it was, you know, a lot of friction between these two individuals. Both decent basketball players, you know, both of them talk trash. And this is the part that I've seen. You got Caitlin Clark, again, the young white lady right here, number 22. And then you got Angel Reese right here. I don't know what number Reese has. But she's going up to shoot, and Caitlin Clark Again, when you're dealing with somebody that's about to get a free shot, normally you want to take the foul, especially if it's getting close to the end of the game. You foul them so they'll take them to the free throw or whatever, and hopefully they miss one of those shots. Anyway, so right there, she bounced the ball. She's going up. Caitlin Clark look like she's going for the ball. Boom. Now, come on, man. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of like a flop. I don't think she hit her hard enough for her to be falling like that. Like, come on, man. As big as you is. As big as you, and she said F as you something. F you think this is or something like that. But Caitlin Clark just pretty much just walked away. So we're gonna go through it again. Yeah, I don't think she hit her that hard, man. That's just my personal opinion. I think that was kind of like a flop. What you think?
Sorta.
What are your thoughts? Do you think that was a hard foul?
See, I don't really know the sport or follow the sport like that to give you a say.
Gotcha. I'm
And
gonna
I'm
go ahead
watching
and
it on
play
a small screen.
this. All right, so this is they're gonna show the entire clip on here.
Oh no! Okay, let's not make it anything that it's not. It was a good play on basketball. I'm not sure.
She's still trying to fight her, or trying to get to her. I don't know if she's trying to fight her. This is the clip that we seen. Boom.
Play and then whatever happened after. We watch a lot of basketball. It's a take that to put them at the free throw line. I'd rather give up 2 points. I watched a lot of basketball in my life. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. That's not the type of player I am. So, yes, wasn't anything like that. And I went for the ball, and that's clear as day in the replay. You watch it. It shouldn't have been upgraded. But again, that's up to the ref's discretion. But I appreciate AB having my back. I guess I don't even know what he did. I didn't see that. Can I get half? Maybe you did. I got it. Don't worry. I wonder elected.
Yeah, so I was wanting to maybe see another angle. I guess I have to maybe pull it up real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like one angle, it looked like it's justified, and then the other angle, it looked like it was over dramatic. But again, like I said, I'm looking at it on a small screen, and I'm not a basketball ref or player, even though in high school people thought I was. But anyway.
We got to get some film on her, y'all. See what she talking about.
I said they thought I was. I ain't ever played basketball.
Ain't mad at it. You gotta be modest. You got skills. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. All right, so I'm gonna show you the entire clip because again, that was what I was seeing most of the time. Just like kind of hard to really understand what the heck was going on from just a few seconds. So this is the entire clip, ladies and gentlemen, what most people do not show. So right here, we got somebody shooting right here.
Rebecca Allen,
Oh.
too strong on a three. Look out, Caitlin.
So before we get to that, I want y'all to look at Angel Reese, right?
Too strong on a Rebecca Allen.
Now, Angel Reese just pushed her teammate in the back with her elbow. Dirty move.
Mm-hmm.
And Caitlin is going to look at the ref like, yo, y'all ain't going to call that?
Yeah.
Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention. Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets.
Because you're not supposed to be, you're not supposed to do that. right? Push another player in the back that's a no-no, man. That's dirty. You don't do that. But it's like this. If you do something to my teammate, that's all I'm gonna say. You do something to my teammate, player. Trust and believe I'm coming for you. For real. Because Caitlin is a leader. She's the leader of that team. And hey, you got to protect your flock at the end of the day. I'm gonna tell you right now. You touch anybody that's around me, hey. Well, it is what it is, dog. It is what it is. Well, forgive me. We're gonna go ahead and get them up out of here, dog. So, but yeah. I think that the foul was honestly justified, man. I think that Caitlin Clark did look like she was going for the ball, and at the end of the day, if you have because Angel Reese is technically considered like a big man, or in the game or whatever, and Caitlin Clark isn't. And the best thing you can do is send them big guys to the free throw line and hope that they miss one, because most of them are horrible shooters. They can lay that thing up. They can go to the hole strong. Nah, put them on the line. But yeah, I think it'll justify it. But I can tell you right now, man. Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself, and you ain't got to worry about that, dog. That's all. That's all. I'm gonna say. Keep your mother loving hands to yourself, and you ain't got to worry about this. You got anything else you wanted to add before we get up out of here?
Think I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, man. This was supposed to be on the Truth Podcast, so I already know we're gonna probably have to maybe put this on the Truth Podcast a little bit later on. I apologize to those people. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and we will catch y'all in the next one. Peace. A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one that they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. As a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, with that, a lot of stress. He was drinking a lot of caffeine. And it turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over and I tried it out for the first day, and this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side, and I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up and then we're going to try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11. So we'll see. Mm. Whoo, whoo. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right. Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm trying to work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa. Too bad was you know that.